In this video, I will show you some things that you don't want to miss out on from the event week in GTA Online. From this event, we had a bunch of different bonuses. Obviously, we have all the Halloween themed things. Of course, this event did start on October 17th with everything being available until October 23rd. So you will have just a few days now to do all of these different things. So to begin with, we have the login unlock for this event. So for those of you guys who have not logged on to GTA Online anytime this week so far, here are the things that you guys can unlock. Honestly, these type of login unlocks are really good. Unfortunately, it looks like Rockstar are using some of the things from last year with the 2 Calaca masks, but this is actually a good thing because if you did miss them last year, you can get them this time around. I would also recommend doing the weekly challenge this week, which is to kill your clone slasher to receive the Black Creepy Cat mask and an additional $100,000. The only reason I would probably not do this is because it can be quite challenging to spawn your clone, and from looking into how to do this, supposedly there is different locations the clone can spawn. Every time there is this sort of event where a different thing will spawn in, I always try and stay around the city. I feel like for the most part this is always in these different zones, and if you want to check out these zones for yourself, I would just recommend going over to GTA Lens. I always use this website for things like this. It just makes it so much easier. Onto some bonus money that you also want to do, we have the Ludendorff Cemetery Survival. I expect this to be around next week. I'm not sure if it will have the double money and RP, but even then, if you have not played this survival yet, I would recommend playing this. It is very unique compared to the other survivals, and it is also really challenging and fun. Underneath this, we also have the Slasher Adversary mode with some double money and RP, or 4 times money and RP if you have a GTA Plus membership. The Slasher Adversary modes are so fun. You can play this with friends or just random players. If you guys ever get bored, I recommend playing this. And then of course, the best money method that we had was the Acid Lab sell missions. Hopefully you guys have been doing them because they keep so much money. About $700,000 if you have the equipment upgrade and the product name with full stock. I have already made about $2 million over on my PC account, and I'm sure that you guys have probably made a lot more than me. Onto some discounts now, guys. We first of all have these Halloween discounts. Some of these discounts are pretty much the same from the last event week, but once again, these things will go after Halloween ends, so it's probably worth getting some of these things if you want to. First of all, there is some free skull tattoos and sugar skull face paints, and then these vehicle discounts with a 30% off. The vehicles underlined in red have been removed in the past by Rockstar, so they will only be available for a limited amount of time, and after that you might not see them for a long time. Along with these 30% discounts, we have a 30% discount on these vehicles as well. I would actually recommend picking up the Sterling GT, especially for those of you guys who play on the next gen consoles with the HSW upgrades. The Sterling GT is actually a surprisingly good HSW car. It is extremely fast, and you can also put on the off-road tires to make it handle a lot better. And the final discount we have is the gun van primary discounts. We have a 40% off the military rifle. It is not the best rifle in the game, but it is not that bad. Still a pretty good option, especially with that 40% discount. And if you have that GTA Plus membership, you can get a 30% off the standard sniper rifle. At the Salvage yard this week, we had the Salvage yard robberies. We had the Gangbanger robbery for the Pegassi Torero XO, the Duggan robbery for the Classy Vaguero ZX, and the McTurney robbery for the Canis Camacho. None of these vehicles are claimable, so it is probably worth just selling them all if you do them. And if you do not want to play all 3 of the Salvage yard robberies, I would just recommend doing the top tier vehicle to make between $300,000 and $400,000. Moving on to the Casino Lucky Wheel Podium vehicle, we had the Dinka Kanjo SJ. The reason I included this is because the Kanjo does have a bunch of different customization options, and of course it is a free vehicle. Just spin the lucky wheel over these next few days and hopefully you can win this. I also included the LS Car Meet prize ride, which is the Karen Futo GTX. You will just have enough time to do this at the time of this video. You will need to place top 5 in the LS Car Meet series for 3 days in a row. Altogether, not a bad vehicle, but this is completely optional. You do not really need to get this. At Simeone's Autoshop, there was also some great vehicles here. The majority of these vehicles were removed in the past, so potentially after this event week, you might not see them for a long time. And just like before in the discounts, the Sterling GT is here, so now is a great opportunity to get this car. At the Luxury Autos dealership, we have these 2 vehicles as well. They are not the best vehicles, but they are still pretty good, and if I was going to choose one of them, I would probably go for the Vapid Illusion. At the test track this week, you can find these vehicles, and just like before, the vehicles underlined in red have been removed in the past, so after this event week, you might not see them again for a good few months. I would definitely not say that they are the best vehicles, but because Rockstar did remove these vehicles, they are still pretty rare, so it might be worth purchasing one of them. And then last but not least, we have all of the time trials. I always recommend doing these time trials every single event, specifically the HSW time trial if you play on the next gen consoles, because that can make you roughly $250,000. The standard time trial is always good, with it making you guys $100,000, so in total there is some really good things that you don't want to miss out on. I really do think that the discounts are probably the best thing this week, and then obviously in terms of making cash, the Acid Lab sale missions will make you guys millions. So don't miss out on these things, guys, before the next event week rolls around on Thursday. Some of these things might carry over to the next event week. For example, I expect that the Ludendorff Cemetery Survival will carry over, but I'm not sure if it will have that double money and RP, so it is worth playing just in case. But yeah, guys, if you went on to enjoy this video or found it useful in some way, shape or form, make sure to leave a like. I always appreciate your support, and if you are new here, subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss a video. Bye, guys, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.